In this session, we will learn about how to use logical functions in Excel. Under Formulas tab, logical option is there. So, if you click on that option, we will list number of logical functions. Under these functions, most importantly, we will use and, or, not, if functions. See, and function returns true if all the list of conditions are true. See, I am giving a condition, so that is 5 greater than 4, comma, that is one condition, and 8 greater than 7, that is another condition, and 6 greater than 4. So, like that we can place number of conditions. If you press enter, automatically it will returns true. Why? Because all these three conditions are true. If you misplace any condition like this, for example 5 greater than 6, that is wrong condition, automatically it will returns false. If any one condition among these conditions false means automatically it will returns false. If all conditions are true, then only it will returns true. So that means and first condition and second condition and third condition and fourth condition and so on. All conditions must be true to return true using this AND function. Whereas OR function returns true if any one of the condition is true. See, if you place OR instead of AND, see 5 greater than 6, that is wrong, but 8 greater than 7 and 6 greater than 4, these two are true. If any one condition among these conditions is true, means it will returns true. Otherwise, if all conditions are false means then only it will returns false. For example, 5 greater than 7 and 3 greater than 4. So, all conditions are wrong. So, then only it will returns wrong. If I place any one condition true, then ultimately it will returns true. See, the last condition is true, 7 greater than 4, but these two conditions are false even though it is returning true. So, that is OR. OR means either this condition or this condition or this condition, any one condition gets returns true means finally it will returns true. Whereas not is there. Not means it will returns reverse value to the logical. For example, OR is returning true. If you place all these within not, it will returns false. Actually, OR is returning true, but I placed these all OR returns or result in not. So ultimately it is returning reverse. So that is false. Means if you apply directly like this, for example, not within brackets logical, for example 6 greater than 5, that is true actually, but not returns false. So not returns reverse meaning of the logical test. Okay, and we have if condition. If the condition is true, then it will returns true value, otherwise it will returns false value. We have three parameters here. For example, if 5 greater than 6, let us print just 5, otherwise 6. 5 greater than 6 is wrong. So, it will returns 6. So, here in this first one is logical test. If the test is true means it will returns the first parameter, that is true value. If the test is false means it will returns the second parameter, that is false value. So, our test is false. So, ultimately it will returns false value, that is 6. For example, 5 greater than 4 I am giving. If the condition is true means it will returns true 5, otherwise it has to return 4. So, the condition is true, so that is why it is returning the first value, that is 5. Okay. So, like this, these main 4 functions are working. So, we can implement these functions in our student result calculation. See, I want to check whether the student is pass or fail. See, I am having 3 marks here, that is English, Social, Maths. If all the subjects are greater than or equal to 35, then it has to return pass here. Otherwise, it has to return fail here. So, what I will do is, I will place a condition if I am putting all the conditions in and if and what is the first one? English, that is F2. If F2 greater than or equal to 35, comma, what is the social? G2, G2 greater than or equal to 35, and what is the next one? H2, H2 greater than or equal to 35. Okay, I am closing and. So, that means if all these 3 values, these 3 subjects are greater than or equal to 35, then it will returns true. So, that is the first parameter of if. So, if it is returning true, it has to return pass here. So, if and is returning true, it has to return pass in if condition, otherwise it has to return fail. So, already we know if is having false and true parameters. So, accordingly it will returns. So, in latest version if you press automatically the corresponding will come, otherwise you have to click and drag down in the old versions. I am using latest version, that is 2021. So, automatically the corresponding result came to all the list of rows. See, pass, here all are greater than or equal to 35. Why here fail here? Here the English is 34, that is why it is fail. So, like that we will return the pass or fail results using if and I want to grade to the, I want to set grade to the students, that is A, B, C, D, and if he fail means I want to set no grade or otherwise reappear I want to set. So, using pass or fail and using average I want to calculate the grade. So, what I am going to do is, if first I have to check whether he is pass or not. Where is the result? K2. If K2 equal to pass, So that is the condition, first condition. And true value, I am checking if, again I am placing one more if condition, that is if you place if in another if, that is called nested if. See, in place of true test, I am placing another if condition. So here I am checking, first I already checked whether he is pass or not. So if K2 equal to pass, that is the condition, and if it is true, and in true place I am placing another condition, that is if what I have to check? I have to check the average J2 greater than or equal to 70. For example, 70 I am giving, or otherwise you set 80 or something as per your requirement. So if it is 70, I have to give grade A to him. And see, if it is not greater than or equal to 70, I have to check for, see, grade J2 greater than or equal to 70. In this true part I am setting A, in its false part, so that is false area, another condition I am placing. So this you have to check clearly where I am placing the condition. And if J2 greater than or equal to 60, if it is true, in the true area I am giving B to him. Okay, and if this is also not correct means, and I am placing another condition, if J2 greater than or equal to 50, then it is C grade. Okay, if all conditions are true, false means he is not the 70, he is not greater than or 60, or J2 not greater than or equal to 50, then it is grade D. So okay, see this if condition, I am closing this if condition. See, I am closing this bracket. Where it is closing? It is closing, clearly it will appear, it will closest to this area. Okay, and you have to close this one also. So for that I have to place another bracket. So this is closing this one, and I have to close this one also. Closed. What about the first one? If K2 greater than K2 equal to pass, if in the true area we set all these conditions, and we have to set the false area for that first if condition. So comma, no grade or say reappear. I am giving no grade or reappear. So I closed the first one. See, if I close this bracket, it will highlight this first one while you are closing. Press enter. See, automatically as per our condition, see, this is pass and greater than or equal to 50. So that is a C grade. And this is A grade greater than or equal to 70, and this is reappear. Even though the average is 51, he is fail, that's why reappear. And this one also fail, reappear. And this is greater than 70, A, greater than 60, B, greater than 50, C. Even though this is greater than 60, he is fail, because one subject maths 34. Fail, reappear, and he is pass, his average is 42, even though he is pass, and grade D. Like this, we can use and, or, not, if logical functions. These are very useful while calculating this kind of conditions. Okay.